In the quiet village of Obanegu, where the red earth met the endless green hills, lived a young woman named Adaze. She carried a silence in her soul, a void left by her mother, Mama Ifananya, who had passed away when Adaze was just 16. The years had turned her from a grieving girl into a beautiful but withdrawn woman. She moved through life like a shadow, offering smiles when she had to, speaking only when necessary. A vital piece of her seemed to have been buried with her mother. She lived alone in the same mud brick hut they had once shared. A home where the walls seemed to breathe her mother's scent-gentle mix of palm oil and hibiscus. It was a constant, bittersweet reminder of a love that was gone, yet lingered in the air. One morning, as the dawn painted the sky in shades of orange and gold, a young boy came running to her compound. He held a weathered envelope in his small hand. "Are you Adaze, daughter of Ifananya?" he asked, his breath coming in short puffs. "Yes," she replied, a knot of confusion tightening in her stomach. He handed her the envelope, gave a quick nod, and disappeared as quickly as he had arrived, leaving Adaze standing alone with the mysterious message. Her heart skipped a beat as she looked at the handwriting. It was her mother's. Her fingers trembled. Her breath caught in her throat. How could this be? It had been 7 years. Her mother was gone. The envelope was old, its edges yellowed with time, the ink faint but still clear. On the front it read, "To my Adaze. Read this only when you feel completely alone." A chill ran down her spine. The words were a key, promising to unlock a door she thought was sealed forever. That night, a heavy rain began to fall, drumming a sorrowful rhythm on the thatched roof. It was the kind of rain that makes the heart ache, that mirrors the storms raging within. Adaze sat by the flickering firelight, the old envelope lying in her lap. Her tears began to fall long before she broke the seal, each drop a testament to the years of unspoken grief. With trembling hands, she finally opened it. Inside, she found a carefully folded letter and a small, smooth charm wrapped in a piece of white cloth. She unfolded the letter, and her mother's words reached out to her from across the veil of time. "My Adaze," it began. "If you are reading this, it means I am gone. I know you'll feel lost. I know the world will feel too heavy, a burden you think you cannot bear. But you must remember, love doesn't die. It only changes shape. It transforms, but it never truly leaves. There is something I never told you, my child. The night you were born, the gods gave me a choice, your life or mine. Without a moment's hesitation, I chose you, but they made a promise. They promised that one day, when your heart begins to drown in sorrow, I would be allowed to speak to you one last time through this letter and this charm. When the rain falls and the wind cries, hold the charm and call my name." Adaze clutched the small charm, its surface cool against her tear-soaked skin. The rain outside seemed to weep with her. In a voice barely above a whisper, choked with emotion, she called out into the quiet room, "Mama, Ifananya." The fire in the hearth flickered wildly. The air in the hut grew still and cold. And then a voice, a soft, gentle voice, as warm and familiar as a lullaby, filled the space around her. Adaze, my Adaze. Her eyes widened in disbelief. Standing before her was a figure made of light, glowing like moonlight filtered through smoke. It was her mother, not a ghost, but an ethereal presence. "Mama Adaze," whispered, her voice trembling. "My child," the luminous figure said, her voice filled with an eternity of love. "You've carried too much pain. You've locked your heart away for too long. It is time to live again. The world has waited to hear your laughter." Overwhelmed, Adaze fell to her knees, the dam of her grief finally breaking. "I don't know how, Mama," she wept. "I don't know how to live without you." Her mother's light seemed to soften into a gentle smile. "Then live for me. Live with the knowledge that I am with you. Every sunrise is my hug, warming your face. Every raindrop is my kiss, cleansing your spirit. I never left you. Adaze, I only changed." The light began to fade, growing fainter with each passing second. "Mama, please don't go," Adaze cried out, reaching for the dissipating form. "I must," the voice whispered, now a soft echo in the room. "But now you know love never leaves." And then she was gone. The room was quiet again, save for the sound of the fire and the rain. When Adaze woke the next morning, the storm had passed. Sunlight streamed through her window, and the charm lay warm in the palm of her hand. She stepped outside into a world washed clean, the earth smelling fresh and golden after the rain. And for the first time in 7 years, Adaze smiled. It was a real smile, one that reached her eyes and lit up her entire face. She looked up at the clear blue sky and whispered, "Thank you, Mama." From that day forward, Adaze began to live again. She found purpose in helping the village widows, joy in teaching the children their letters, and solace in singing by the stream her mother once loved. The villagers, who had only known her as the quiet, sad girl, were amazed. They said her laughter sounded like sunlight, a melody that had been missing from Obanegu for far too long. And every time the rain fell, she would stand outside, close her eyes, and feel the drops on her skin. She would smile and whisper to the sky, "I know you're still here." Because she finally understood that love, true love, never really says goodbye. Thank you for watching.